Cowboys Nation, can we just take a moment to appreciate what's happening right now with our quarterback? I mean, seriously, this is the kind of season we've been dreaming about. The kind of performance that makes you sit back, take a sip of your coffee, and just smile because you know you're witnessing something special. Dak Prescott has been in the league long enough for people to try and box him in, to put him in a category that never really fit. For years, he's been underappreciated, overlooked, and, let's be honest, flat-out disrespected by a media landscape that loves drama more than reality. But now, those days are over. Now, the man is finally getting the recognition he deserves, and it's not coming from us fans alone. Even the so-called experts are finally having to call it like it is. Think about it. Dak has been performing at an elite level for a while now, but there has always been this cloud of doubt hanging over him, this unnecessary narrative about what he could or couldn't do. People would point to one bad game, one bad playoff, and suddenly act like his whole career was questionable. But anyone who actually watches football, anyone who understands the game, knows that Dak Prescott is not just a good quarterback. He is a top-tier, franchise-changing quarterback. The kind of player who can take control of a game with his poise, his intelligence, and his leadership. And this season, he is proving exactly that. Every throw, every read, every decision at the line of scrimmage is a reminder that this is a quarterback operating at the highest level. It's not just about the stats, either. Sure, Dak is putting up numbers that make the opposition nervous, but it's about the way he commands the field, the way he orchestrates the offense like a maestro leading a symphony. He's not just throwing passes. He's controlling the tempo, reading defenses with a precision that only comes from experience and confidence. And let's be real, that kind of control doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of years of hard work, of watching film, of studying tendencies, of grinding day after day to become better than he was yesterday. And now, all of that work is paying off in front of our eyes. The best part? Even the critics are starting to see it. Those voices that have been so quick to discount him, to put him in a narrative that didn't fit, are finally acknowledging what we've been saying all along. From analysts to former players, people are backing off and giving Dak his due. And you know what that feels like? It feels like justice. It feels like the moment where the work, the patience, the loyalty, the belief in your quarterback, all of it, finally comes to fruition. You can almost see the headlines changing in real time. Dak Prescott, MVP candidate, elite quarterback, true leader of America's team. And it's not just Dak either. Watching him succeed makes the rest of the team elevate their game. CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, the offensive line. Everyone is feeding off the energy and the precision that Dak brings to the huddle. When your quarterback is locked in like this, everything else starts to click. Plays that might have broken down in the past are now executed perfectly. The timing, the chemistry, the confidence, it's all there. And it's all because of the guy at the top of the formation taking control and demanding excellence. People have tried to put a label on Dak for years. Fourth-round pick, Romo's replacement, the guy who sometimes doesn't perform in big games. The list goes on. But that's the thing about greatness. It doesn't always fit neatly into a box, and it certainly doesn't care about the labels people try to stick on it. Dak has taken all of that criticism, all of that unfair scrutiny, and turned it into fuel. Every doubt thrown his way has been another reason to prove the doubters wrong, another reason to rise above the noise and show the league what he's capable of. And now, he's doing it in a way that's undeniable. The man is orchestrating, he's controlling, he's delivering, and everyone watching has no choice but to acknowledge it. And here's the reality. When you talk about the elite quarterbacks in this league, when you talk about the guys who consistently dominate their division, consistently perform in pressure situations, consistently elevate their teammates, Dak Prescott belongs in that conversation. There is a reason people are finally starting to give him the flowers he's earned. There is a reason that, even in a league filled with talent, his name keeps coming up in discussions about the MVP. This isn't hype. This isn't bias. This is football reality. Dak is playing at a level that demands recognition, and anyone who says otherwise is simply out of touch with what's happening on the field. You can feel the shift, too. You can see it in the locker room. You can see it in the way the team moves when Dak is on the field. There's a confidence that wasn't there before, a swagger that comes from knowing your quarterback is locked in and in complete control. The offense flows better, the plays develop faster, the decisions are sharper, and it all starts with the guy at the center of it all. Dak's leadership isn't just about calling plays or throwing passes. It's about presence, about the ability to calm the storm, about giving the guys around him the space and the belief to perform at their best. And let's talk about consistency. Over the last several years, Dak has been one of the most dominant quarterbacks in the NFC East. Rarely does he lose to division opponents. Rarely does he allow a game to slip away because of poor decision-making. That kind of dominance isn't a fluke. It's a testament to preparation, talent, and football IQ. And yet, somehow, for years, that consistency was overshadowed by the narrative that Dak needed to prove himself. Now, that narrative is cracking under the weight of his performance. Now, the facts are undeniable. Now, the league, the fans, and the analysts have no choice but to face the reality. Dak Prescott is elite, and he has been for a long time. And what's even more exciting is that this feels like just the beginning. Every game, every drive, every successful read is another statement to the league. Another reminder to anyone who doubted him that Dak is not just playing, he's orchestrating. He's performing at a level that few can match. And that feeling, that excitement, that sense of watching history in the making, is what Cowboys fans live for. It's what being part of this team feels like when your quarterback steps up and makes you believe in every single play. So sit back, grab your mug, take it all in, because what we're witnessing isn't just a good season. It's a statement. It's a season where Dak Prescott, the guy who has quietly carried this team for years, is finally getting the recognition he deserves. And whether it's the analysts, the critics, or the fans of rival teams, everyone has to acknowledge the truth. Dak Prescott is operating at the highest level, and the Dallas Cowboys are riding the wave with him. And the beauty of this season isn't just in the numbers or the highlight plays, although trust me, there's no shortage of both. The beauty is in the way Dak Prescott has transformed this team into a force that's impossible to ignore. The chemistry on the field is electric. You watch the timing between him and CeeDee Lamb, and it's like watching a perfectly choreographed dance. Every route, every adjustment at the line, every throw is in sync, and it's a rhythm that defenders simply can't keep up with. But it's not just the receivers who are thriving, the tight ends, the running backs, the offensive line. Everyone is elevated because the quarterback is playing at a level that forces excellence from everyone around him. Look at the way the Cowboys are moving the ball this season. The offensive line is protecting Dak better than ever, giving him the time to survey the field, make the right read, and hit his targets with precision. Jake Ferguson has stepped up in a way that's really changed the dynamic of the offense, making it harder for defenses to key in on a single threat. And even when injuries have threatened to slow down the team, Dak's leadership keeps everything together. He adjusts, he adapts, and he makes sure the offense continues to operate smoothly. That kind of poise under pressure is what separates great quarterbacks from good ones. And Dak has been showing that poise week in and week out. And don't even get me started on the intermediate passing game. That's where Dak really shines. He's reading defenses like an open book, finding seams that other quarterbacks might miss, and exploiting mismatches that make opposing coordinators pull their hair out. Play action, deadly. Rollouts, surgical. The way he manipulates coverage and makes defenders wrong before the ball even leaves his hands is masterclass level quarterbacking. You can see it in the timing, in the confidence of his receivers, in the way the defense reacts, and more often than not, they're reacting too late. That's Dak Prescott at his finest. And it's not just about the individual brilliance. It's about the impact on the team's trajectory. When Dak is locked in, the Cowboys are dangerous. They've been dominating in the division, and it's no fluke. Few quarterbacks have been as consistent against their divisional rivals over the past several years. Losses are rare, and wins come with a level of control and authority that is unmistakable. That's why you see analysts finally backing off the skepticism, why former players are starting to openly acknowledge his greatness. It's impossible to deny when the evidence is right in front of your eyes. The playoffs are looming, and this is where Dak's leadership becomes even more critical. The intensity ramps up, the pressure magnifies, and the spotlight shines brighter than ever. And in those moments, you need a quarterback who doesn't just play. You need one who elevates everyone else. That's what Dak does. He doesn't panic, he doesn't overcomplicate, and he certainly doesn't let the moment dictate him. He controls it, and he controls it with a calmness and precision that makes the rest of the league stop and take notice. The Cowboys are not just a team when he's on the field. They're a machine operating with efficiency and purpose, and that machine starts with Dak at the helm. And this recognition is not happening by accident. It's the culmination of years of growth, years of handling criticism, and years of proving that he belongs at the top of this game. People forget how Dak came into the league, a fourth-round pick, stepping in to replace a legend like Tony Romo. Expectations were high, the spotlight was intense, and the criticism was relentless. Yet, he not only survived it, he thrived. Every setback, every doubter, every negative headline became fuel for him to rise higher. And now, all that work is crystallizing into a season that will be remembered for years to come. You see it in the confidence he carries, the way he approaches every game like a conductor stepping onto the podium. He's reading defenses in real time, making adjustments, and putting his teammates in the best possible position to succeed. And when the ball is snapped, every throw is deliberate, every decision intentional, and every outcome reflects the preparation and intelligence behind it. That level of control and execution is rare, and it's why Dak is being mentioned in MVP conversations across the league. It's not hype, it's football reality, plain and simple. And the thing about leadership like this is that it's contagious. It spreads throughout the locker room. It spreads to the fans. It spreads even to opponents who can feel the difference in the way the Cowboys play when Dak is orchestrating. Players rise to the occasion because they believe in their quarterback, and that belief translates into performance. Every block, every route, every catch becomes sharper, more precise, more effective. The energy that Dak brings to the huddle carries over to every part of the game. And let's be honest, the comparison to the legends isn't far-fetched. When you talk about quarterbacks who command respect, who define an era, who elevate the entire team, Dak belongs in that conversation. This is a quarterback who has dominated his division for years, who has led his team through ups and downs, and who has consistently performed when it matters most. There's no doubt that he's one of the best in the league, and this season is the kind of performance that cements that legacy. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. In a move that has sent shockwaves throughout the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have reportedly announced the departure of wide receiver George Pickens, leaving fans and analysts alike stunned. Pickens, who quickly became a fan favorite with his explosive plays and uncanny ability to find the end zone, had been seen as a cornerstone of the Cowboys' offensive future. Now, whispers of a potential trade or release are circulating, though the organization has remained tight-lipped about the exact details. Sources close to the team suggest that the decision was influenced by a combination of salary cap considerations and internal strategy shifts, but the timing has raised eyebrows. Pickens, known for his dynamic route running and game-changing moments, has consistently drawn praise for his work ethic and leadership on and off the field. Many insiders wonder if this move signals a larger shakeup in the Cowboys roster heading into the offseason. The reaction among fans has been immediate and emotional. Social media channels are flooded with messages of disbelief and frustration, with many questioning the rationale behind letting go of a player with such immense talent and potential. "George was the heartbeat of our offense," one fan tweeted, capturing the sentiment of many who have cheered for him since his rookie season. Analysts, meanwhile, are speculating on where Pickens could land next, with rumors already linking him to several teams rumored to be in need of a top-tier receiver. While the Cowboys organization has not confirmed the reasons behind the move, insiders suggest that contract negotiations may have reached a breaking point. Pickens' departure represents not only a significant loss on the field, but also a blow to the team's identity and morale. The decision underscores the often harsh realities of the NFL, where business decisions can overshadow fan loyalty and star power. As the rumor mill heats up, one thing is certain. The NFL landscape just got a little more unpredictable, and the Cowboys are at the center of one of the most talked-about stories of the season. Fans are left to wonder if this is the start of a new chapter for both Pickens and the Cowboys, or if it will be remembered as a moment the franchise wishes it could take back. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.